We live in a world where stress, poor sleep, and constant exposure to invisible EMFs have become the norm. We wake up tired, we go to bed restless, and even when we unplug, we're never really unplugged. And yet, for millions of years, humans lived in direct contact with the earth. Today, concrete, shoes, and screens separate us from that connection. But what if something as simple as reconnecting with the ground, literally touching the earth, could thin your blood, calm your stress, and help you sleep? In this video, we'll dive into the science of grounding. What the studies say, who's behind the research, and why mainstream medicine hasn't fully caught up yet. Grounding, also called earthing, is the practice of making direct physical contact with the earth, whether barefoot on grass, lying on the beach, or using a conductive mat indoors. The idea is simple. The earth carries a subtle negative electrical charge, and when we connect to it, free electrons may flow into our bodies. These electrons act like natural antioxidants, neutralizing excess free radicals that drive inflammation and stress. But that raises the big question. Does science actually back this up? Let's look at the evidence. So, how does grounding actually affect the body? Let's break down what science has discovered so far. 1. Blood viscosity and heart health. In 2013, physicist Gaëtan Chevalier and his team published a landmark study. They had participants spend just 2 hours grounded, and what they found was remarkable. Blood viscosity dropped significantly. In simple terms, the blood literally flowed more smoothly. This is important because thicker blood puts more strain on the heart and increases the risk of clots, strokes, and heart attacks. Thinner, healthier blood means your heart doesn't have to work as hard. And that could be life-changing for cardiovascular health. Think about that. Simply making contact with the earth may have an effect on one of the body's most vital systems, the circulatory system. 2. Sleep and stress. Back in 2004, researchers Galey and Teplitz conducted one of the earliest studies on grounding and sleep. Subjects were asked to sleep on conductive bed sheets that kept them connected to the Earth's surface charge throughout the night. The results? Cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, normalized into a healthy daily rhythm. Participants also reported falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up more refreshed. Imagine this. Instead of relying on melatonin, sleep aids, or endless cups of coffee, you simply let your body reconnect to the earth. And it does what it's naturally designed to do. Rest, reset, and restore. 3. Inflammation and recovery. Inflammation is at the root of nearly every chronic illness, from arthritis to diabetes to heart disease. That's why grounding's anti-inflammatory potential has been one of the most researched areas. In 2015, biophysicist James Oshman published a review that pulled together multiple grounding studies. His conclusion: grounding appeared to reduce markers of inflammation and accelerate muscle recovery. We're talking about real, measurable changes: reduced swelling, less pain, and quicker recovery after injury or exercise. And the evidence isn't just limited to humans. In 2022, Park and colleagues published a study using animals with induced stress and inflammation. The grounded group had significantly lower stress levels and inflammation markers compared to the ungrounded group. 4. Nervous system balance. One of the most exciting areas of grounding research is its impact on the nervous system. Studies have shown improvements in heart rate variability, or HRV, in grounded individuals. HRV is a key marker of resilience. Higher HRV means your body can better adapt to stress, shifting smoothly between fight or flight mode and rest and recover mode. In plain language, grounding appears to calm the nervous system, allowing your body to relax when it needs to and recharge more effectively. 5. The big picture. When you put all of this together, the picture becomes clear. Blood flow improves, stress hormones rebalance, inflammation goes down, recovery speeds up, and the nervous system shifts into a healthier rhythm. These aren't vague feelings. These are measurable physiological effects tracked in scientific studies. Grounding doesn't just feel good. It changes the body in ways we can see, measure, and repeat. These scientific findings haven't gone unnoticed. Over the past 2 decades, some of the most respected names in integrative medicine and biophysics have stepped forward to explore grounding. Take Dr. Stephen Sinatra, a board-certified cardiologist with more than 40 years of experience. He's written extensively on natural approaches to heart health, and he has called grounding one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory tools available to support cardiovascular wellness. For a cardiologist, that's a bold statement. Then there's Dr. Gaëtan Chevalier, a physicist and director of research at the Earthing Institute. He's led multiple published studies on grounding, including the one on blood viscosity, and continues to explore how electrical fields interact with the human body. Dr. James Oshman, a biophysicist known for bridging conventional science with energy medicine, has spent decades explaining the mechanism, how free electrons from the Earth may act as antioxidants in the body. His work has been central in translating the why behind grounding. And of course, Clint Ober, the pioneer who first connected the dots in the late 1990s. After a career in the cable television industry, he realized the human body is rarely grounded anymore. His work inspired the first modern grounding devices and much of the research we see today. From cardiologists to physicists, these experts agree on two things. Grounding produces measurable effects, and the potential for human health is far greater than we've realized. The enthusiasm is real. But they also agree that more large-scale studies are needed to convince mainstream medicine. Now, here's the reality check. Most of the studies we've mentioned are small, often fewer than 60 participants. Many researchers are also connected to the grounding industry, which raises questions about bias. Mainstream medicine, as a result, says, interesting, but not proven yet. So, is grounding fully proven? Not yet. But here's what makes it compelling. The effects are measurable. Whether it's thinner blood, lower cortisol, improved sleep, or better heart rate variability, these aren't just feelings. They're changes science can track. And that's what makes grounding one of the most fascinating wellness practices of our time. The science is still catching up, but grounding shows real promise for sleep, stress, and inflammation. And the best part? It's simple, safe, and free to try. If you want to learn practical ways to ground yourself in today's modern world, even indoors, check the link in the description for our free guide, Grounding in the Modern World, Why Barefoot Isn't Enough Anymore. This free resource will give you clear modern strategies to overcome the obstacles of concrete, weather, and busy schedules, so you can reconnect with the earth every single day. And now I'd love to hear from you. Do you ground daily? Have you noticed changes in your sleep, stress, or recovery? Drop your experience in the comments. I'd love to know. Until next time, remember, every step makes a difference, especially when you reconnect with the earth.